Okay. We're back for another Saturday night. The Asian guy doesn't get a night off. Doc Martin took last week off. She's back. Oh, Doc Martin's back. We have Scott, or Scottard, I think is what Doc calls her, even though he doesn't like it. We have up in the left-hand top corner, and the left, in the right top corner, we have Sandra Jones, who has joined us for the first time. Welcome, Sandra. Everybody say hello to Sandra.
Thank you. Yay!
Yay, Sandra.
Okay, she's looking at me the life of the party.
Okay.
No pressure, Doc. No pressure.
Oh, sorry, that's true. I didn't want to sit you up too much.
But I do have my wine.
Bottom left full.
Somebody's in the chat room.
Hold on, Scott, with the chat room. Bottom left, I didn't finish introducing everybody yet. Bottom left, we have, for another week of punishment, the Mouth of the South, Beth Duffy. In the bottom right, we have Scott of West Texas. Say hello, Scott.
Howdy.
And back from vacationing in Maui, we have Doc Martin.
Hi, y'all. I'm so glad to be back. It killed me to not get to talk back to y'all last week.
Vacation in Maui. Wait a minute.
Yeah, did you hear that?
On chat, y'all did not pay attention. I am just saying. Good thing I got to come back tonight.
Doc is not paying attention already.
You know what? You laugh that he has not been coming back. He's been doors down. He has not come back since I got him that last time, big time. I mean, I made a believer out of him that time. I soaked him.
Doc, did you not listen to our poll? The majority of our audience was pro Packer.
Oh my God.
The audience had spoken. They were pro Packer, Doc.
Stop.
Well,
just move on.
I'd like to know the demographic of the people polled, if you don't mind.
I knew it was going there.
Never mind.
From Maine voted.
Hey, we got a Woody.
Oh gosh.
Oh, this show is
Touch
good.
that one.
We're gonna have to go to Chris Mack's Sunday night revival show there after tonight.
I think we need Chris McDonald on here. Maybe he can straighten us out.
So,
Oh, somebody left. Who left?
Doc.
Doc really left?
I think she got booted.
Got voted.
Oh boy,
He's frozen.
Don't worry, she'll be back.
that must have been killing her not to be able to talk.
There goes your carefully mapped out Hollywood Squares setup.
It'll come back if she comes back in.
That's all right. It's only Beth who's croissant-wise right now.
Rusty's in the chat room too, just saying hi to him.
Hi, Rusty.
Hey, Rusty.
Hello,
I don't have
Russ.
enough phones for the chat room, too.
Here, Russ.
Okay, yeah, it looks like Doc is the only one that got booted.
Well, she froze first.
Did she?
Hi, Christy. I'm glad you're in the chat room.
And Kimmy.
Well, of course, Kimmy belongs up here
That's
on
boxes.
in one of the squares.
Yeah, I agree.
So, everybody see the title tonight?
I was asking what that meant.
Oh, well, we took out the white crayon so that this show would not be racist. So it's a box of crayons minus the white crayon.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
we are all 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
We eliminated our white crayon tonight. That racist white
Hi,
crayon.
Russ. Hi, SoCal.
That
She's
white
coming
crayon
back.
had too much white privilege.
Check
What
your
is
white
it?
privilege at the door.
White privilege.
So retarded.
I am not retarded. I'm just a little slow.
Let's see. Oh, you know what I got? I got something pretty cool. Something Wicked came out with a new video today. Let me see if I can find it. And,
We see you, SoCal.
SoCal Patriot in the chat.
Yep.
I have not looked at the chat yet. Sorry, folks.
You probably got your hands full with Doc ducking in and out and all.
Yeah, Doc playing games with the show here. All right, I gotta.
Joe, 30330.
Joe Biden for the win.
What a joke.
Oh, it didn't play for the audience. I didn't transition it, but I'll play it again so they
I
can
am
see
so
it.
lost.
Go to Joe, 30330.
That was funny.
You know, I think it was Dan Bongino actually tried to go to that site.
Oh, Sleepy Joe.
That Martian fell asleep or died.
Whoever that guy is putting those together, that Something Wicked is doing an awesome job on those. They're pretty
You
well.
know, James was featuring a lot of his memes last night on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, I saw. I have to listen to it. It's on too late for me now.
Yeah, you know, you can watch it after, like, I think I listened to it this morning.
Yeah, that's what I did this morning about 7 o'clock.
That's what everybody does with ours, too. I mean, the other 3,000 viewers are usually looking at it after.
We had 3,000 views.
Oh, Beth,
Wow.
they're going to get us booted when they find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Oh, boy. So, anybody catch that news today? I don't want to go into something disturbing, but the Walmart shooting. Any additional details on that shooter?
I only knew it happened. I haven't seen any of the details come out since it happened. I know that there are a handful of folks who died.
As usual, it's all over the map. He's a Trump supporter. He's not a Trump supporter. He's Antifa. You know, it's all over the map right
It's like
now.
clockwork.
Yeah.
And immediately he's a Trump supporter or a white nationalist or both. And then the facts come out. And if it's really bad for the Democrats, then we stop hearing about it altogether.
Well,
Yep.
he can't be a Trump supporter, and here is why. All of the smelly Trump supporters go to Walmart, remember?
Yep, that's right.
So if he supports Trump, why would he kill Trump supporters? Right? Hey,
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
just saying.
Smelly Walmart shoppers.
Yeah, we're the smelly Walmart shoppers, so why would a Trump supporter go and shoot at Trump supporters?
By the way, they nailed me. I'm guilty. I go there sometimes smelly.
Oh,
Go ahead and lie. Tell me you didn't ever.
Hey, I went there yesterday and did all my school supply shopping.
We'll see. Were you smelly?
No, I actually showered before I went.
So you smell good. That's still smelly.
Oh, so okay. I'll go with that.
well played. Well played.
Hey, Beth, I still only see a third of your face, and I feel like you don't want us to see your actual face.
Exactly.
I'm
Is that like a high
hoping.
school picture or something?
No, that was with my daughter. Now, granted, she's grown up now, but I'm working there, Scotty. Working there.
Hey, I'm always working the angles. You know me.
Hey, I just started talking, so don't. Anyway, go on.
No, you go talk. You go ahead. It's your show.
I didn't mean that. I meant started talking online. Just because I don't.
Speaking of that, I've only been in Twitter since May of last year.
That wouldn't
Serious.
surprise me.
Here's Doc
Good
Martin.
for you.
You can stop talking about Doc Martin. She's back.
Oh man,
It was getting so good.
I was defending you, Doc. They wouldn't stop.
I know exactly how much you defend me in my absence. You talk
Some
about
like-
being smelly. I might be smelly, but I'm gonna be smelling good like Miss Sandra.
that's exactly
Thank
right.
you.
I
Yeah,
am
and Phil,
so outnumbered.
Doc said in the chat before she came back on that she did just to piss off a Yankee.
That what?
Who that Yankee is.
I'm sorry. Say that
That
one
you
more time.
did it to piss off a Yankee.
Oh,
You said to piss a Yankee off.
Anything to make, because I knew messing with his boxes would drive him insane.
Exactly.
it was, but I
You know-
held out. I waited until you came back.
Well, and you want to hear a weird
Uh-oh.
thing? Wait, Beth and I have exchanged letters, and she knows how I smell.
Yes,
Isn't it
I
weird?
do. My whole house does. Yes, we do.
Wow, that's strong,
Too strong.
Wait, say
You
that
know,
again.
in Texas, our motto: "If a little's good, a lot's good."
Yeah, well, I would know how Doc smells, except for I
You didn't get to see
smell
her.
I know, break my heart. You know what? You just need to be glad you got just a couple more weeks of reprieve. But I don't care if I have typhoid
Yeah.
next time coming.
Then I'm going to fly into College Station. My wife's going to pick me up and say, "What's that smell, Scott?"
That smell. who have you been?
In the Mile High Club.
Who's been hugging on you?
I needed a
I'll
show.
say, "No, it wasn't. I didn't join the Mile High Club. It was actually in the airport in Dallas."
Oh my God.
You are
That probably
bad.
won't work out either. And it probably won't go over well either.
Oh, you are so bad. Hey,
Well,
back
if,
to
if you
I'm
if
sorry.
you did it in the air Denver, then that would be considered a Mile High Club, isn't it?
I don't know. I've heard too
Mile-
many things. I don't ever want to go to the airport. I think it's satanic.
Phil, you
It's
need
only
to read-
Mile High Club if you're up in the air. Being at an airport does not count. Come on, people.
Anything caught is considered the lewd convicts club.
Okay, do I have to say
No,
it?
actually, you don't get caught.
Do I have to do,
Say it. I don't want to know about it.
guys? Do I have to do the disclaimer? This ain't no romper room. This ain't
It's not.
Mickey Mouse Club. This.
They
No.
know. They know.
If you
it.
thought
If
this
you
was
can't
a
handle
family
adult
show,
things, get the fuck out.
oh,
We didn't publish our
How's
email.
that?
Warning,
Ooh.
danger, danger.
Kimmy,
Warning,
Kimmy
warning.
says she's gonna call in just to mess up the boxes.
oh, Kimmy,
And then when
Kimmy,
you get them fixed, he's going to hang up again.
Kimmy.
You could hear the pain in Phil's voice. He said, "Oh, oh, don't do that."
Poor
I
Phil.
did hear on a related question while I was gone. I just did want to chime in. Bill, you asked if we'd heard anything about the shooting, and I don't know if it's true or not because I think there's a lot. I'm with I don't know who it says it, but I don't formulate.
24-hour rule.
Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, everything keeps starts coming in, but I did read somewhere where they said he was gang related. It was gang related, so
They took that.
if it wasn't, they would try to say that anyway.
Yes, and I also heard in-
article,
Oh, go ahead.
the police went back the gang thing, and they updated. There's 20 dead, confirmed, and 26 wounded.
I'm not saying.
Jeez.
Well, I
You
keep,
know, it really
I keep
they said
saying.
that gang thing, but they didn't replace it with anything, so we still don't know much about him.
Well, there were multiple eyewitness accounts that were saying there were multiple shooters, but they keep shooting that down. Although they arrested multiple people, so it's
Really?
confusing. Yeah.
Oh well, I didn't know that.
I
They
didn't-
also said in New Jersey there was a shooting in a Walmart. So I don't know if that's a
No.
copycat, but I find it very interesting that it would happen on a Saturday
Exactly.
versus a weekday. So there's absolutely something to that.
Mm-hmm.
CNN's going to have a really hard time spinning that Donald Trump gang members are coalescing on smelly Walmart shoppers. But I think they'll give it the old school try.
They will.
But it won't float because it doesn't make sense. And because it was done on a Saturday, Sandra, that it was done to try to get as many people, because they know everybody's doing back to school shopping,
Yeah.
grocery shopping, everything loaded up for the next week.
Yeah.
So darn mad. And it was funny because for those of us who read Q, he had mentioned that just this week to keep our heads on a swivel.
See something, say something.
I was sitting there going, you know what? I need to remind my daughter and
I missed that.
and everybody to kind of keep an eye. They're out in public, and remind them of I make them twice a year, whether they curse or not. I make them watch that thing on how to try to survive a public shooting, because we need to try to give ourselves, everybody. It may not be deep state related. It might just be some local psycho that's gone off his rocker. People need to know how to survive in those kind of situations. Not to freeze, not to hunker down. Run, keep running. Grab people with you that are frozen. Grab them up. You can't get them to come with you, leave them. Get your ass out. Keep running and run outside the building. They say don't hide. Bullets travel through walls, through office equipment, through all of that stuff. So the key is running. Don't give up. Keep on.
And carry, so you can shoot that motherfucker in the head.
Amen, Sister.
Fuck that
Amen.
shit.
Amen.
Yes. And you know what, Antigua? You people thinking about coming to Texas?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying that
Yeah,
is really not a good idea.
I was
No.
in Texas when that notice came out, and I was thinking, dang, I wish I was still going to be here.
I wish you
I'm always
were.
back in-
I don't know if this
Right.
is true, but
Somebody in the
someone
chat
said that
20, 26. 20 dead, 26 injured.
someone said that Walmart has a no carry policy, that you can't bring a gun into the store. So
Well, only if they have.
Oh,
metal-
well.
I don't know about in Texas, but that's why I support Kroger. Kroger values the lives of their shoppers. They let you carry. So if you
Kroger's
have
guy.
shop Kroger, FYI.
So, I'm sorry, but you can't carry in Walmart, but you could get shot dead or injured in Walmart. No.
Well, they always go to. They always go to
my
gun-
weapon, period.
They gotta catch you first, Sandra.
well, I think
Yeah.
they went to
I gotta know.
I think they
You know
went to
what?
gun-free zone
Yeah.
after the Rosie O'Donnell debacle, where she went after Walmart for selling guns, right? Recall that?
I do vaguely, but I don't remember. I don't think. Now I know Dick's tightened their
They don't sell them anymore.
where they wouldn't sell under 21, and they had such terrible backlash. I think they've had to give it up totally.
They damn near got out of business.
A little Derringer tucked in there. They got to catch you first, and then convict me after somebody's tried to shoot me, and I shoot them back. I want to see a Texas jury that would convict a woman defending herself. Don't want to
My
have.
smallest,
Cheers to that.
concealed carry carries 16 rounds.
Do what now, honey?
My smallest. What the hell?
It's like kiss my grits button.
That was
Sure. I heard of grits. I just actually never seen a grit before.
Never seen it before.
well, you better watch Bell's Diner.
Yeah, better. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Scott. What were you saying?
Who cares? I mean, really. By the way, I was just at Fry's today. Before I finally got into the Speakeasy Tab Room, I was at Fry's, which is Kroger, and I was fully armed when I was in that store, and nobody said a thing. Of course, I'm a concealed carry guy, but my smallest capacity concealed gun is a 16 round gun.
Praise
That-
God, and may He bless the United States of America. Is all I got to say.
See,
We
that's
should at my Kroger.
that's illegal in
helps
New
to be
York.
fat.
That's illegal in New York. A 16-round clip.
Oh, Doc.
You could only
So
have
it's
a
only a
10-round
15
clip.
round clip.
Hey, we're twinsy.
You could
We're
only have
20.
10 in
I
a
love
round clip in New York.
Say again, Phil. Can't hear you over Doc squealing.
You can only have 10 in a clip in New York.
Look.
There, Scott.
Oh,
Can you guys see my little pen? My Donald Trump pen.
Well, Ian, I've got one. Don't you love
You
it?
got one? My daughter got me this for Christmas.
Have you not seen my collection? Everybody
No.
must worship at the altar of King Trump. I even did y'all see did y'all see my message that I posted the other day? Because you know how Chase Bank has been notoriously ugly to conservatives. I'm ignoring him. And I write on my check every month on my mortgage check. Trump 2020, MAGA.
it's not 030330.
Want to make any payments? Yes, that's my number.
You
gotta be shitting me.
All donations welcome.
Biden's
Hey.
running in about 28 millennium. I don't think he's going to make it that long.
Well,
Sleepy Joe.
So, Phil, what were you trying to say before you were so rudely interrupted? I know we talked about the 10-round clip.
Wait a minute. Phil was not rudely interrupted. He rudely interrupted us with his little little yep, see? Phil just wants me to laugh all night.
No, New York
You're
just
the
passed
best.
some more gun laws, too, to become the strictest. It's a competition between New York and California on who can become the most strict on guns. So now teachers cannot carry in New York into a school, period. He doesn't care.
Well, the sad fact is the cities with the strongest gun laws are the ones with the most gun violence.
Boom.
And the way de Blasio is working things out, before long, the cops won't even be able to carry guns on the streets. It'll only be the criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the most asinine thinking ever.
Like, who is it? Isn't it in what country is it that doesn't allow is it England?
England.
UK or whatever that didn't allow their policemen to carry guns?
That's the UK.
Somebody over there didn't. And when they were having several of those attacks by our favorite group that says they're religious, but they're not really, if you get my drift, they didn't even have anything to fight them with. I mean, who would want to do that? I mean, I would say with him, you take the job, because I certainly am not. I'm not risking my life for fools.
Yeah. Call a guy with a squirt gun.
Exactly.
Squirt him in his eye.
Mm-hmm. Fill it up with
We'll
onions.
see where that union, the head of the NYPD union came out. Boy,
Hey, Doc, Shooter
how
was
he
from
came out
Dallas.
swinging. He was, yes, he said,
Pissed.
you touch anybody. In other words, he said, they're frozen. They're not, who's going to risk it? Nobody. I think they need to go on strike. I think they need to call his bluff and jerk a knot in that mare's tail.
Another update, Doc. That shooter is from your hometown.
Love it.
The shooter in El Paso from Dallas, according to Gemini.
Oh,
Gemini Cartel.
really?
The name of the person who gave us that information.
That's scary.
You know, I read an article through the whole Q thing. I was reading it how a lot of the school shootings, all that is all due to MK Ultra. And once this comes out and the light is shined on it, people are going to be really upset, as they should.
Yes.
Because the
Yes.
dumbass people that fall for this, using this situation to take our guns, it's got to be the dumbest shit ever. How does anyone with a thinking brain that actually has thought take our gun, and that's going to stop the people that want to do bad things? What is wrong with these people? How can they jump on this bandwagon and not use their brains? Okay, you may not like Trump.
It's all
Which-
because of the pull the NRA has. That's what it comes down to.
I
That's
gotta
what
make
they
sure I
don't
join the NRA.
like.
Closer to the mic, Beth.
You do.
Basically said that
Yeah.
it's due to the poor NRA house.
It's ridiculous.
For me,
Alan,
the biggest story of the week. For me, the biggest story came out either
Hi,
yesterday or the
Tigers.
day before.
Or you're talking about the other
The
stuff.
FBI has actually, the deep state, the FBI has actually labeled QAnon as a terrorist organization.
That's a lie.
But they
Because
said that
I
they
read
were-
another article that
Yeah.
they said that was not really in it. It's Yahoo News that added that.
embedded it in the
FBI
article.
actually,
Yeah.
yes. Yahoo
They're
added
saying
that.
conspiracy theorists, and that's what QAnon is labeled, as conspiracy theorists.
But the FBI
And there's
didn't
another
actually.
article.
He didn't name QAnon specifically. Mm-mm.
They
was embedded in the
also
article. They said
It
it's a-
was in an article last day. I read another article last 2 days where it actually had the government document. It actually listed QAnon as one.
Dude lived 10 miles from TAC. Again, from Gemini Cartel.
But yeah,
Oh,
we're
and
watching
Tex and Dallas
got
with
an
me.
article out today on it's updated in the article. I actually have the government documents.
Kimmy is saying in the chat that
To
it
watch,
was
got a whole lot.
it was only mentioned as an example. They also used Snopes and Wikipedia as sources. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Really?
Good sources.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, the thing about it, what I was trying to say is that this week when that came out, I was sitting there thinking, have I gone over that with the kids? Have I reminded them to watch that video lately, about, trying to survive? And there's a side of me that even as educated and well-read and awoke as I am, there's a part of you that goes, well, it ain't going to be here. It ain't ever going to be in my town, at my Walmart. It ain't going to be,
My
you always
school.
there's a part of you that just never wants to believe that evil is so close. And then the other part of me goes, you fool, it can be anywhere. And then here it is,
Yeah.
based out of the guys that based out of my town and shooting up another town in my state. So
I found that I got very emotional today, even when we were
So he
saying our
drove 9 miles
at dinner.
to El Paso? 9 hours to El Paso?
see, he must have already been there or something. Something's weird. What were you being emotional about?
Well, I was being emotional because it's, you think, oh, it's a school so far away. It's this so far away. And when it said Walmart, and I was just there yesterday with all my girls getting all the school supplies and thinking it's not really that far away. It's actually so much closer. And that's why being able to, even if you conceal your weapon, it's a responsibility as an American and our right. Do what you got to do to be able to conceal and carry. That means you put $400 aside and you got to pay for a class and you got to get your license through the state. That's what you do because you want your family and your fellow citizens, no matter whose side they're on or what they believe, you want to be able to protect.
Okay, I'm going to play
And-
Kimmy this week. What?
Like that.
Oh, man, now it just hit up my mind.
Yeah, good job playing Kimmy, Beth.
Oh, wow. Sandra, what were you
Here,
saying?
here, I'll do
I'm
it.
saying it's our responsibility as
That's it. I remember.
citizens to be able to have a gun, to get your gun. Because
Okay.
those 22 people, that may have been knocked down. If somebody would have pulled out their gun and been like, boom, bitch.
And I'm shocked that there wasn't in Texas. I mean, I'm really
Me too.
Pause. Devil's advocate. Why does it need to be concealed?
Well,
Closer to the bar.
it's the law in Chicago, in Illinois.
shocked. There's only
Don't
certain
tell her.
states that let you open carry.
Yeah.
But why would you want to hide it? Why wouldn't we want it out so they know? Don't even try.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I'll play devil's advocate with you. By hiding it, and that gunman comes in and he doesn't know you're carrying, and he goes to shoot, and then you fucking shoot him. Oh, he didn't see that shit coming.
Coming.
True. I agree. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It's the laws. It's the laws. It's Chicago wants to take guns away, yet there's so many guns killing. What, last weekend we had 34? I don't know if it was shot or dead. I'm not positive. But, you know, it's ridiculous.
Yes, and I'm with you. And that's what I always count on is, no matter where you are, if you can exercise that. If not, find some way. If your state does not allow it, find some way to protect yourself, something you can carry. If it's in your home, keep a can of wasp spray on your nightstand because it sprays very accurately long distances. So if somebody's trying to get you at home, you can blind them until you can shoot them, hit them with your bat with the spikes on it, get your machete out, or one of the other million things that I've got waiting beside my bed for anybody that's coming to my house.
I just want to bring up real quick, Doc, jump in there. I just want to jump in there real quick. Joey Giggles was suspended for 2 weeks on, I think it was Twitter. So, yeah, unbelievable. Anyway,
what did he say?
Just talk back and forth. He just got back online this last week.
Yeah.
He got suspended again. That sucks. Sorry.
Well, I want to go back to the Q thing real quick.
Sure.
Now, Doc can attest that I don't follow Q, right? I look at some of the posts. I've talked to her about this before. I don't really follow Q, okay? But I will say this. The same FBI that told us the Russians hacked the DNC, the same FBI that told us that the Russians interfered in our election, the same FBI that helped indict 17 bot farms and then couldn't go to court because they have no evidence. Which is it? Which FBI do we
It's
believe?
Q, baby. It's the
Right?
cleaned out FBI.
Right? It's not cleaned out.
Yeah, good
Everybody
point.
knows that. If it was cleaned out, then Ray would be handing over everything he's got.
I agree with that.
Instead of resisting.
I'm thinking that you need to wait.
I don't know.
Because Q said, trust Ray. Now, I don't know if that's disinformation, if that is trust Ray for now, or what. But I think just like with Sessions, until this whole deal is over, I don't think we need to rush to judgment on him just yet. Maybe
Yeah.
wait for him, but I don't think we need to rush to judgment on him just yet because I think there's things happening behind the scenes. Have you ever known POTUS to stop when he knows that somebody is a ne'er-do-well? No, not unless he can use them. So whether he's being used, whether it's waiting for him to be exposed he's a hero or a black hat, I don't know. I still think we need to kind of be careful on him just yet.
I agree with you, Doc.
It was also me and Dan Coates that were kind of hindering the bar investigation stuff. Now Dan Coates is gone. It really pisses me off that, Ratcliffe pulled out. Did y'all read that article?
Yes.
Ratcliffe pulled out because Mitch McConnell wouldn't meet with him. He just flat out said, I won't work with this guy. So I don't know what Mitch's deal was or what he has on him.
Mitch has his own skeleton.
That was weird.
But that's one thing I love about our POTUS, because even in him being questioned, he was like, he's a good guy. He just doesn't want to go through it because it's going to be months of going through hell. And the truth is, POTUS, he doesn't want to deal with anybody that's weak. You cannot be weak dealing in this administration because of the things they're doing. And anybody that has been anti-Q, I mean, I don't know how you can continue to be anti-Q because all of
I wonder why Mitch wouldn't meet with him, though.
I mean, maybe.
Meet with him, though.
Who knows?
I'm not saying, I think Turtle has got his own issues, him and his wife both. And I'm not really sure how it all ends, but I will tell you this. You got to give credit where credit is due. Turtle got 13 judges, and he snuck them in while they weren't looking. And
that's right.
That is something that we kind of have to look at with this appointment. I think he may be dangling him over here while he's getting his real nominee, the one he really wants, ready over here.
Exactly. Hang Ratcliffe over here, have the attention, tell Mitch McConnell not to meet with him, put a little pressure, and cause a whole different situation there. Because that is something that President Trump is so incredibly good at. He is so good at changing the topic. Take your eyes off of here, look over here.
And let me work it.
My eyes are up here.
Sandra, I always liken it to a Southern woman. You know, they say a Southern woman can hug you with one arm and bitch slap you with the other.
That's right. Or pinch your ass, whichever they want to do. Look at you are.
Wow. No shit.
I can testify to that.
Or
You
my
never
mother used to, if my mother wanted to get your attention really quickly in church or something, she would pinch the underside of your arm.
Oh, God.
Dear God, that would bring a grown man to his knees. So.
Well, at least your mom was nice. At least you can field.
Yeah.
Crazy Connect Cindy said she trusts Trump, but not the people around him. There's a good point for that. I mean, when Trump went into office, there were a lot of people who, there's too many positions to fill for him to vet them all.
That's right.
Some of them are carryovers. Even now, some of these people are what they call sleepers who have managed to stay in this long without being overtly against Trump, but they end up being basically taking orders from Obama, for example. I think the shadow government theory is very real.
I agree.
And Obama spent so much time over in Iran. So he's got to weed them out, and he's weeding them out slowly but surely. Also on Sessions, I think we're finding that there was, his role is coming out. The whole thing about the money sent to Baltimore, there was a blurb about how Sessions set it up so that we could trace the money, because we sent, I can't remember, it was 16 or, well, I think it was 16 billion
16
just last year to Baltimore. And that money was traced because Jeff Sessions set up basically a tracker for all these monies that are going out to these cities to find out why the cities aren't benefiting from all this money.
That's right. Fuck everybody that says Sessions isn't any good. Sessions has taken a lot of heat, but he's taking it temporarily. And I give him credit for that because eventually, yeah.
And build, I think, what he's done and the hits he's taken for the country. But I think there's going to be so many of those. I think
Jeff Sessions, he was the only honest man they could find in the entire Congress.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yes, he was.
Bartender.
And he also was very busy working on the gang issue, which we all know they're using. You know, it's just like the MK Ultra and the mainstream media. And I think they're using them too. I think that there's sleeper cells that I read a very interesting article about how many of the people that they've turned out in Obama's university and how many people that they had placed, not only judges, but sleeper cells that they had placed in the government that were just now, you know, are revealing themselves, that they've had to work to find out who was the leaker, who was the saboteur, and
you know, I'm seeing a common theme here. It's almost like everything we've ever seen in a movie with spies in Russia.
Yes, Briggs.
Everything Russia was doing is basically now what we're saying is happening here. That just blows my mind.
Say that last part again, Beth. I couldn't hear you real well.
If somebody heard it, I don't remember now. The Russian spy movies and stuff. It's almost like we're doing it here, not in Russia. And that is a big flip. We never would have made a movie about this in America.
It's like they use the Hollywood scripts against their own country.
Exactly.
Exactly, Phil.
Well, if you ever read Tom Clancy, he's got this stuff. Tom Clancy researches very heavily before he writes the book. He's the Jack Ryan series, the Hunt for Red October. In fact, I think Q used a lot of references from Clancy titles that were all Jack Ryan books. He's got other series too, but he's researching into real life spies and the real life sort of silent or Cold War tactics that did not go away because the Cold War was supposedly ended.
And then what?
They're brushing up on it. It's way 10 times, 20 times better now.
Oh yeah, especially with technology.
Yeah.
Now they've got all that. You know, Hollywood is actually a reflection of, in my opinion, the deep state and the bullshit that they have pulled. And all we got to do is watch movies to see what has really been happening, which, you know, is sad because they've been putting it right in our face.
Exactly.
We've seen all of this, but we always thought it was a movie. Come to find out, they're basing this on real life.
Well said, Sandra.
Thank you.
You said that very well.
Thank you, Beth.
Beth, would you get closer to your microphone, please?
I'm as close as it gets.
Oh, man. Bill, do something.
Do something.
I'd jump on it and sign, but nobody knows sign, so it doesn't matter.
Do something.
Yeah, we can barely hear Beth.
I said I could go live and sign, but nobody knows it, so that wouldn't help either.
Well, then we would just have to get an interpreter. We could get a sign interpreter on here and make it a little more difficult for Phil.
Exactly.
An extra box.
Now I hear you.
Yeah, me too.
I'm exactly where I was.
I upped for everybody a little bit, so I upped everybody a little bit. Now
You owe me for one jelly donut.
Damn. Can I get two?
Well, you got to come to Carrollton to get it because I'm telling you, we've got the best donut woman in the whole wide world. My best friend, I don't mind telling you, that is one relationship I courted just like I would a boyfriend. I am telling you.
What have we got here? Fucking comedian.
Mine says wild and free.
Ooh, I like that. Mine says Diet Pete's tea. Straight tea.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Hell yeah, I am. Up in my house, I am.
I'm a royal pain in the ass.
I'm a queen.
You would have never guessed, Scotter.
Doc.
Did your parents have any children that lived?
I don't think I'm giving away any secrets. I'm just saying.
I know everything and everybody and every place.
Keep Beth on your good side.
Is there something we need to know?
Is there?
I don't know. I'm asking.
There's somebody in the chat named Tigress I need to talk to. She's interested in a brother.
Hi, Tigress.
Or maybe she wants Scott's brother.
I love Tigress.
We know Tigress.
She's royalty.
She is.
I like it. What, is there a woman alive that's not?
Thank you.
Don't know one.
Then that's really sad for you.
Wait a minute, I do know one.
I tell my daughter I'm the queen
Bette
bee.
Midler.
She is the princess in training, but there can only be one queen bee at a time.
I do know one, Bette Midler. She's from, if she's royalty, it's from a deep, dark place on the other side of the ground.
Yeah.
Bette Midler is the biggest POS. She's scared.
She's also said today that she's been being a write-in candidate.
I know. I was gonna say, did you see the picture though? She was wearing that. What do you call it, Bephonet or whatever? She was wearing a multicolored one. And remember, if you're a cute reader, then symbolism will be the downfall.
Yeah.
I'm watching Joe Biden over your head, just molesting a cat.
I'm gonna slap him.
I would have died if a hand would have popped up.
It comes every time I hate it.
I saw a good meme today. Joe Biden saying to Michael Obama, "I only fondle women." I was like,
good job.
I saved that. I was like, that's good.
Well,
That's good.
In case anybody has forgotten, here's my favorite picture of the most admired woman in the world. Here's my favorite picture. Let me show you.
Got to be Melania Trump.
No,
Yep.
that would be Doc Denise Martin.
Phil,
Yeah.
ease up. You're sitting right next to her, buddy.
I can't
Can y'all
see
see
it.
I can't see it.
No.
I see Woody Woodpecker.
Move it to your right, Doc. You're right.
Michael Obama in the green dress with her additions showing, and Obama is right next to her, pointing at it.
You're hiding behind all kinds of stuff, Doc. You can't
Right to the right, Doc.
You got to move
Go
it
to your
over your
right.
face, Doc.
and
Put
hide.
it over your face. There you go.
Do it
No.
in front of your face.
No.
Bring it in front of
Glare.
you.
Oh, there you
Glare.
go.
We can't see
Closer.
shit.
Glare.
There you go. Almost.
Up.
Just
No.
off
Move
the
it up.
green.
Move it up. Move it up.
Up.
There
Move
you
it
go.
in front of your face.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there we go.
Oh my.
I couldn't see it.
The green screen is blocking it out, Doc.
sorry, it's
So she doesn't have any clothes on.
Yeah, woo!
Um,
Man, I
Of course,
thought
she doesn't have
it was
anything underneath her clothes.
okay, post it. Post it, Doc, after the show.
Hey, Scott.
I did this already today once.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
We pay you to talk on this show.
We do?
Kind of hard sometimes.
I
I feel you,
agree.
brother.
Agreed.
I will say the biggest next big story I saw today was where Lindsey Graham pushed through the amnesty bill, the asylum seekers bill.
Who did?
Forced it through. Lindsey Graham and the Dems are pissed as hell.
Oh,
And, but he had a asylum bill, so that's one big step
Can you tell us about it?
because it'll close some of the loopholes.
is that the
It'll
one where
close some of the
they
loopholes.
threw the rules out and voted on it?
Well,
I
it
knew
was
Yeah.
more that it was more that there were. You see, they've been delaying it for 7 weeks, and
Right.
yet so many members show up in the committee, and Democrats kept stalling, and like guys wouldn't show up, and they didn't have enough people. So he did a force on it just with a straight up majority vote, and so it wasn't breaking the rules; it was breaking tradition of the rules.
Okay, but my question is, what's the bill? Like, can you explain the bill itself?
I can't remember all of it, but it takes like the child stuff and increases, or it makes because right now they hold them 20 days, and increases that to 100 days.
Oh, awesome.
Increases the number of judges. We're going to do fast, asylum hearings and get them, taken care of instead of this 8-year wait.
Do you
There's
know
other
if
stuff
it,
I don't remember. I read it, but
do you know if it
yeah, it's
granted
trying to
any?
close some of these polls.
Do you know if it granted any what do you call it, power to the Border Patrol people? They were talking about where the Border Patrol could decide if there was a valid claim going on or not, if it was just so outrageously obvious.
Hold
But they
on,
could-
Scott.
Now
Before you answer, Scott, I
that's
just want to
a
clear
separate-
something up. I don't think this was an amnesty bill. I think it was a bill to stop the asylum process the way it is now, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. This
Okay.
was based on the asylum. What you're talking
Yeah.
about, Scotter, is another bill. It's actually something the president put through, and then one of the courts immediately came up and blocked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's trying to do that. That's in the courts right now, and I'm sure it'll go to the Supreme Court. We'll win there. But every freaking thing the president does, there's some group or some judge that stops it, and it's got to go through the court system. It's just ridiculous.
It's
Well,
out
as near
of
as I can
control.
tell, we're getting to a point where we can tell these state judges to go pound sand because some judge in New York City doesn't have the right to rule the country from their little bench in New York.
Thank you.
We're slowly getting there. I mean, he's getting more and more judges in there, but we've still got a ways to go. In fact, what's his name?
I like Joey.
The acting secretary, I think it's DHS, Keenahan or something like that, Sheenahan. I mean, he had an article out today where he was talking about how he's getting rid of the deep state. He's moving whole divisions out of Washington, D.C., like to Utah or somewhere else, and half the people don't move. He says it's impossible to get rid of these lifelong appointees in government. He says he literally can't fire people underneath him. So what he's doing is he's moving agencies from Washington, D.C. to other states. And it's also getting rid of, I mean, he's saying literally people don't go with the move, so they quit.
Can I ask a favor?
Hey.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Beth.
What's up, Beth?
What's up, Beth?
Whoever has noise TVs, kids, whatever in the background, can we mute it? Because I cannot get everything
On your CC machine, just mute if you're not speaking. You said something now, and I forgot I was going to address. What were we talking about? Totally lost my train of thought.
I was last talking about the deep state and how they were getting rid of it, but we were also talking about those two bills, the one on, some stuff, and the other one on letting the Border Patrol go by the judges and do it themselves on certain cases.
That brings me to another point, but if you want to talk about this for a little longer, I'm happy to wait.
No, go right ahead.
The thing that frustrates me right now the most is we've had instances where people of Congress have aided and abetted illegal aliens in crossing the border. We have blatant violations of law occurring for everyone to see. It's in our face, like somebody said. Where is the law enforcement that arrests these people? Being a senator or a congressman is no defense for breaking the law. Why aren't we seeing arrests when people do this crap?
That's the big question.
On the,
that question also goes back to Comey. DOJ they sent over the stuff about Comey and lying and stuff, and DOJ decided not to at this time pursue that.
I've got an answer for that one.
Of course, the MSM forces, they're trying to spin it and say that,
Well, I've got another.
They didn't throw it out
at any time, but they don't want it to. Number one, all of the lawyers in the DOD that were looking at that looked at it and said they wouldn't win that case, and it's never too late for them to go back and charge him. I think they're looking at the bigger picture, and timing is everything, guys. Timing is everything.
Here's another point. It was going to be
a lot of these people are going to be brought down anyway in the bigger picture. I think
it was going to be tried in the
updated article.
Southern
They did state that they didn't throw it out; they just put it on the back burner. So it's still there. They didn't throw it out. There's bigger stuff coming out, like you said, that they're waiting on.
Mm-hmm. And
they can't afford to go to the bar and say, okay, we're going to throw this one at the wall and lose it hard to prosecute everything subsequent to that. Decided it was going to be tried in the Southern District of New York. Guaranteed loss. It looks like, so the guy took his work home, and that's the way they would make it sound. So they decided not to fight that particular battle.
They couldn't, because then they'd have to go back and address Hillary.
I think Hillary's coming, though. I think her time is. There's so many different things that could hang her. So many. And I think when the house of cards starts falling, I think it's going to be like that song, Raining Men, but it's going to be raining criminals.
Oh, I agree.
I think you're right, and I think it's going to happen football season for some reason. I think it's going to be football season. The boys will fall. It's going to be the fall of the boys, and it's going to be one right after the other, and people are going to be so used to it that there won't be rioting in the streets. I mean, once people find out that there has been cannibalism.
Hold on, Scott. 1 second, Scott. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Heisenberg, if you don't stop, you're going to get booted. All right? We are not spewing garbage that gets people killed. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to kick you off the scope.
Amen.
Now, cut it out.
I just want to ask one thing. Heisenberg.
I'm sorry, what?
I just want to say one thing in addition to that. Heisenberg, you have been in our group, Scopes, for the last year and a half, and I have known you. We have debated facts, we have debated theories, we have debated philosophies, etc. And only till recently have you become demeaning and just mean. What is your problem? Do you need to get laid? What is your issue?
Who are you talking to?
Yes.
Commit to the facts and debate the facts. We will ask you to leave like we did last week. Now, as long as you want to debate facts and not feelings, you are welcome. But the moment you keep persisting with this stuff of accusing me of helping people get killed, you can go shove your head where the sun don't shine. I will jerk a knot in your tail. You won't forget, bucko. So I think you behave.
Bye, Heisenberg. You're done. I'm done.
Yep.
Fucking around with a retard like you.
Double down. He did it again.
I believe
he can't shut the fuck up.
But you aren't going to be demeaning and you aren't going to be ugly. If you cannot debate facts in this scope or any
it's
other
not facts to start hurling stuff, his boom against Doc Martin.
Lost. What?
It was against.
Oh, this guy is saying facts only, but he's actually demeaning you. And,
he didn't get one fact. How am I getting anybody killed? Oh, kiss my grits.
Right.
What manifesto are you speaking of, Heisenberg?
Got in the middle of what I was talking about. Phil came out.
The problem with the left wing, they talk in riddles and circles. They never talk reality or facts.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a voice in this scope, then you better start backing up your sauce, bucko. Otherwise, kiss my grits and get out.
Yeah.
Phil came out.
Now, problem with the left wing. They talk in riddles and circles. They never talk reality or facts.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a voice in this scope, then you better start backing up your sauce, bucko. Otherwise, kiss my grits and get out.
Yeah.
Phil came out.
Now, problem with the left wing. They talk in riddles and circles. They never talk reality or facts.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a voice in this scope,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find him. I can't get him to block him. So.
He's wanting to call in, and I would be happy for you to call in if you did not have a history of demeaning and being ugly to people. Not going to happen. When you can control yourself and you come to the fight with a gun and not a pea squirter, then we'll talk. Otherwise, put your money where your mouth is. You can't bark like a puppy if you're around big dogs, honey.
I'll get him.
Well said.
Now, Scott, what were you talking about before you were so rudely interrupted?
I don't know. I thought I was saying something so badly out of there that I was being talked down, and then I realized there was somebody in the chat.
No, it's the same man that was rude last week.
Damn, Phil, what did I say?
I'm sorry about that, and I
no.
Anybody can attest this. I hardly ever.
He's always been very decent before.
I've hardly ever blocked anybody. I never swear on scope, but this guy is just an asshole. You guys sound like the manifesto. You guys are getting people killed with your bullshit. Stop. You want to play the left crap?
If anybody's getting somebody killed with their rhetoric, it's the left-wing libnuts that won't even admit.
And the damn mainstream media, Doc.
Border.
The damn mainstream media that's lied to the American public for 2.5 years about Russian bullshit, right? Russian bullshit. Oh, he's a Russian asset. How many times did we hear that on MSNBC? Heisenberg, you're a freaking retard. You didn't say anything about that, did you, Heisenberg?
And then we find so many facts. I mean, if you care to listen, Dan Bongino, Sean Hannity. Say what you want about any one of these guys, but you listen to every one of them and they back their shit up with facts. That the whole thing was so well coordinated. Obviously a government hit job. For somebody to argue with that at this point, it just shows that they have zero intelligence. They're following CNN or MSNBC, and they are not willing to do any research.
I'm sorry, guys. I hardly ever get angry like this, but I'm so sick of that crap. I mean, come on, going to accuse us of getting people
Righteous
killed?
anger, Phil. Righteous anger.
He has always been decent, though he did not agree with us in the past. So I don't know why he's gotten to where he thinks he has to put people down. So anyway, but onward ho. There was so much winning this week. It's been, and I today it was kind of quieter, and I got to thinking, I was going, I've gotten so used to something always happening that it's hard to come down sometimes from the high. You're going, okay, what are y'all gonna do next? Come on, we gotta hit them while they're down.
Yeah, like Wednesday doc release. Doc.
Yeah, well,
that was disappointing.
It was, but if we had interpreted it right, Coates before D-Clap. See, before D.
Yeah, but everybody was banking on DeGeneva as well, who said that we would have docs Wednesday,
right,
the 31st.
But here they said also to give out this information. So
yeah, well, I'm sure he does. That's the thing. Nobody gets the.
I know it's still going to happen. I don't doubt it at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think even, gosh, why is this memory fleeing me? But the guy who's done so much work on the sidelines. Anyway, the 302 is coming out. They were going to be Monday. They're going to be out Thursday, according to. Why am I blanking on this, guys?
Who? Star? No. Star?
Tom Fitton?
No. Tom Fitton.
Fitton.
Yes.
I don't know who's Tom Star. Is he good or bad? I can't remember.
He's great. He's not a government entity. He's actually I guess you'd call him a public interest group, but he's been fighting a good fight, and he's getting the 302s released on the Bruce Orr interviews.
He's the only one.
Mm-hmm. They have been so instrumental in doing a lot of the actual work, and also what's his name, Civil Liberties.
Jay Sekulow.
Yes, thank you. And his
American
brother.
What's his?
American Civil Liberties Union or something like that.
Yeah. I've been listening to him actually on the preaching channels, the ones with the. I listen to a lot of pastors talk and stuff, and he's on that station, and I've listened to him for years because he's always the one that's going after getting Christians released from places like Iran and Afghanistan and Syria. Great group of people, and now they're working here at home, and also the Bible thing.
Guys, real quick, I'm going to run a couple commercials, so if you got to go to the bathroom, get something to drink, I'm going to run a few commercials. I'm going to mute our mics, okay?
Doc and Phil D'Angelo. Phil D'Angelo. And the sultry southern tones of the Southern Belle, Doc Martin. 10 p.m. Saturday. There you go. That's not rude. Someone in the chat asking about Doc's show. That's not rude to ask. That's not rude to ask. Ask away. When is it? 10 p.m. Saturday. Doc and Phil D'Angelo. Phil D'Angelo. And the sultry...
We're back up. We're back on.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, no. Everybody's run.
The interrogation chair.
Everybody get back to their seats.
We're playing music. Scott's gone.
Okay. So, somebody said he wanted facts in the... somebody's got their Periscope playing the volume up.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I
was letting my dogs outside.
I got something I want to read. So, Trump supporter, and it's up on full screen now. You guys can't see it, but it's from the Washington Washington Times. Sorry. Trump supporter says he was beaten over MAGA hat in New York City. A Manhattan art gallery owner said he suffered a broken cheekbone Tuesday after he was attacked by a group of teens because he was wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Now, why do you think that happened? I'll ask the panel.
Bill de Blasio?
No. Well, yeah, part of it. I think it's because of the media and all of the bullshit that's been going on for 2.5 years. All of the lies, and these idiots out there still believe it.
Yeah.
That's why Trump called the media, when they are lying, the enemy of the people. Because they have literally divided our country with the lie.
It has taken us.
I remember when Obama was president. We didn't get all nuts. I mean, I didn't like him. I didn't vote for him. I certainly didn't look forward to another 4 years of him. But you know, we grin and bear it. We figure we're gonna vote him out the next time. We don't go.
We prayed.
Shit. Yeah, we do a lot of praying, and I cussed. And I'm sorry, but I mean, the media has driven this dialogue all along. I think the media is actually going to drive who gets to win the Democratic nomination. The power that they have
why small shows like ours
used against us.
I just talked over you. My bad though.
That's all right, Beth. We got Brian in the chat who said left-wing nut jobs and the MSM is what's causing the violence in this country.
True,
it's that, and it's more than that, Brian. It's the politicians. You got Maxine Waters out there. You got Eric Swalwell. All of these politicians are saying to get in people's faces. What did they think was going to happen?
Guys,
not one will denounce Antifa.
Hey.
Right.
You all are all on point, but you're missing the bigger picture. We are now all at the point where we are doing these little shows just so we can gather together with people who think
and get around the media.
Right, and that has never happened before. So we are not losing this fight. We're just fighting it on a different level right now.
I like your style, Beth.
Another troll.
I knew you would.
M. Johns. Who's the other troll?
Okay, Colt 45. If you want to make the same thing that we told the last troll, if you want to talk facts, you're welcome here. We believe in the First Amendment. Otherwise, kiss our grits and get out.
Yeah, we don't put up with personal attacks.
No, you debate facts.
Like being called bigot.
And
why are people so mean? Whatever.
You know, you're obviously not being paid, or you're being paid far more than you're actually worth because you're pretty.
You know who's keeping the whole racism thing alive is the left. I mean, we were actually doing pretty well, even though during the Obama years, I believe they said that racism was getting worse, or actually race relations were worse during Obama, and they're better now. There has not been a president in our lifetime, and I'm 60, who has done more for minority communities. So take what you want from that, but conservatives aren't racist. We see the value of a person by what they do, not by what color they are.
Right, who they are.
The media perpetuates this bullshit, and it's just not even real.
But look at who the media is married to.
Exactly.
Everybody's married.
CIA. Half of them are paid to be at what I consider to be traitors to America. Because when you're not telling the truth, you're a traitor.
By the way, Lady Chris, I'm happy to see you here. Hi.
So, it came out today in the paper that the black youth between the ages of 16 and 19 has the lowest unemployment since they have been keeping records ever, historical low. Those are the kids that need jobs. Those are the kids that need to be kept busy so that they don't fall prey to the gangs and all the different other influences, as well as need to make a living and help support themselves and to learn a work ethic so that they are not just so easily swayed by the first gang member that comes along and tries to get them to join. So I think it shows again this week. POTUS, the rapper, what was his name that he got freed? What's his name? He got back to school.
I know who you're talking about.
He had been rude to POTUS and had said very anti-Trump things. And our wonderful POTUS, realizing that he is the president of all people, not just white people, not just black people, not just people that voted for him or didn't. He got involved, and he's the reason that rapper's on American soil tonight, I'm telling you. Thank you, Beth.
We actually have a president that truly loves our country.
They're coming to pick one of you up. I can hear the siren.
That's my freaking house. I'm sorry, guys. I live in the city.
As long as they're not coming to get you. Although every now and then when you're a busy mother, three hots and a cot doesn't sound so bad without anybody getting
a little vacay.
I've been going, I turned myself in.
Yeah, I'm going to turn in. I'll beat their asses. Not really.
I understand Jeff Epstein's not having that great of a time, though. Somebody either tried to kill him or rape him. Sorry.
Wait,
Karen, did
what?
you also see where he had that plan? He also had that plan with that huge New Mexico ranch, just DNA worldwide. He was gonna make that a baby farm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
His own super race. Kind of like, does that remind you of anybody else? Can you say it?
Did you also see where he had that plan?
Yeah, he was volunteering his services to impregnate a whole bunch of people.
Just DNA worldwide.
Women, you do it on his.
He was gonna make that a baby farm.
Well, not for nothing. How much does DNA mean to the deep state? DNA means a lot.
Sure does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of falls into place. They are actually showing people what's really going on. And people are shocked, but that is the reality of what's been going on.
And they have programs where people voluntarily give their DNA samples to people.
Why would you want to give the government anything else? They've already been saying that they've been selling that information. Plus, there is good reason to believe that they very well could be using it as a repository of knowledge for anybody that is in the deep state families, like the Rothschilds and the Pacers and all these people. If they need a kidney or they need they've got their own vault. Just go pull the records, see who they need, and those people are disappearing in many instances. So, I think that there's something that we need to really be careful with. Why would you voluntarily ever give a company all the information they need about you with your DNA?
Yeah.
because
Great.
people don't want to believe.
But they dress it up
that-
pretty. It's 23andMe or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, people don't want to believe that they're really against us. They
Yeah.
don't really, like, I have a friend, I try to tell her stuff all the time. She thinks I'm nuts. And I'm like, okay, you could think I'm nuts, but eventually this is going to come into your face and you're going to realize I'm not nuts.
I'm going to say something that a lot of people are going to disagree with, but I have read the Bible from front to end. I know where this is going. I know how it ends. So I'm ready.
I think I'm like you, Beth, and my personal beliefs on the subject is that I think that even you see that evil is in the hearts of men.
Yep.
And I think we can beat this tide back for a little while, but I think it's a temporary period of grace.
And I think Trump is that tide.
Yes.
So that
We're
we
beating
can
back
get
Trump.
our affairs in order, make sure that our friends and loved ones are saved and know the
Yes.
Lord.
Okay, I'm going to say this again.
You're right, Fritz. You're right, Fritz.
This is the thing. Has anybody seen, I have 2 points to that. Has anyone seen the movie Bird Box?
Yes.
Yes, it's been a while back.
Okay, Bird Box is very interesting, and it's all about the spiritual. Those that see the demons and see the evil,
Amen. God wins.
it's very
Discernment.
it's very interesting on those that liked seeing the demons and lived through it and went after people so that they could see them and kill themselves. That is the evil. She learned, don't look at them, and she learned how to go through without looking at the demons and get her kids to safety. And I think that is very relevant as to what we're hitting right now is with the Epstein, with all this. We're in a spiritual warfare. Look at the Republican that is not running again. Why isn't he running again? He was the CIA. He can't, like, that's over. And we're moving into, like, I know everyone says the end times, but I believe we're moving into thy kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. I believe as Americans, we're actually going to live in the world that God would have for us.
We will.
He set out for earth to be this way. He didn't set out. He knew Satan, Lucifer, who turned his back on him. He is the ruler of the world. But I do believe that God is going to give us some reprieve. And I do believe we have some time to actually enjoy earth without all the evil. It might not be for another 2 or 3 generations before Jesus returns.
To be without evil. Because remember...
I mean, not without evil, but I mean without... Trump is taking out the big players right now.
He's taking control back for us.
For us. For the American citizen. And not just America. He's doing it all over the world. Look at the Saudi regime that totally got taken out. And now you got men in there that want to do right. Like, we're going to have a time where, yes, evil will always be here, but we are going to be able to enjoy, I believe, for some time living on this earth. I believe he's going to give us some prosperity. I believe that we're going to see our children with some prosperity.
I know where you're
Because
going.
God said nobody knows the time. So people back when I was 10 years old were saying, "Oh, it's the end of times."
No, totally different.
I'm going to tell you, as a person who has studied the end times and studied the Bible very, very all my life. My dad was a preacher, and I've always had a walk with the Lord. There's nothing else that has to be fulfilled. We've never been in that period of history where nothing else has to be fulfilled for the Lord to come back. I agree with you. I think we're in a temporary period of grace, because in Revelations it talks about a period of temporary relative peace. But even when the initial, I'm a person who believes that the Lord is going to rapture the church from this world, and the dark will reign for a time.
Yes.
But in what always shocked me,
Here's the thing: we're still here. So
hold on, let me finish this point, Scott. The thing about it is, even during the 1,000-year reign with Christ on this earth as King, there are going to be people born that are going to reject Christ. So that devil goes into that into the hell for all times after God throws him in, and it's done. We won't ever totally be without evil in the world. But I think it is so exciting, the period of grace and the good things. And
yes.
Really having somebody in a position of power that believes like us, that's not, that you're not going, why did you do that? Why? That's not what you said. Gee, that ain't what you preached. Gee, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that feeling of going, you know, I had more faith in you. Why are you disappointing me again? I have not ever for one moment had that with Trump. And I love every second of it. And I don't care if the good Lord did come tomorrow. I'm ready. I've been rejuvenated, and God let me see a man that would stand up for us. And it just tickles me. I'm sorry. Don't mean to get on my soapbox.
No, it's good. This is good. Continue on.
I forget my points if I don't say something.
The point is, we don't know how long the grace is.
No, we don't. We don't.
Scott's raising his hand.
We do have a timeline.
Yeah,
we don't have a timeline.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I totally disagree. We do not know the day.
No, she's referring to a series of events that would lead up to it, I think. Go ahead,
okay.
Scott.
Go ahead, Scott.
I mean, just credentials, been through seminary. I am an ordained priest, okay?
Yeah.
I've got 20 years of Bible teaching and preaching. I know the Bible. But anyway, so what the actually said is all this time up until the rapture and we get the millennial, the 1,000 years of Christ's reign, basically all this time, you know, we were kicked out of the God, and our bodies were to this earth at that time. We were spiritual beings before, because it says in the Bible, you know, we were kicked out and tied to this earth. We had these bodies. All of our problems come from was when we were kicked out and given bodies. We did not have flesh blood bodies before. The Bible says we were made in the image of Christ, Adam and Eve. Go to 2 Corinthians where it talks about 11, I think it is, you know, in the twinkling of an eye, we will be raised up and be in God's image again. Oh, well, if we were put in his image, and then we're going to be placed back in his image, that means that we're not in his image right now. And what happened was we were tied to the earth. Think about it. These bodies, we have cars, we have houses, we have jobs, all bodies, because we have food. You know, we have the thing is based on these bodies. If we had these bodies, we wouldn't have work. And what does it say, you know, in the Bible about whenever, you know, heaven comes, that there will be no hunger, there will be no pain, because we have these freaking bodies. That's why. But what the Bible says, so for all this time since the fall, right, that we have been in a state in. Now, me, and I'm sure of all of us here on the board as Christians, if we could push a button that said, I will never sin again, we wouldn't hesitate. We would hit that. If the factor of the matter is, we have bodies that we're born into, and we can't help it. We can strive as we do to be better, and we can get closer every day, but we'll never get there like Christ. Whereas the difference after the Christ comes for the 1,000-year reign, it's going to be flipped. All right, you won't be able to do evil. We will have bodies of good. And what's going to happen is even the evil people, like right now, we as people, we don't want evil, but we are. It's going to be flipped. In the millennia, the evil people want to be evil, but
you're going way deep there.
Imposed on us because Christ is right here with us, and
look,
so and that's why at the end of 1,000 years.
Okay, we're born with the old sin nature.
Uprising.
We're born with the old sin nature.
Uprising at the end of the 1,000 years because of these people that have been forced to do good and hate it. That's when Satan comes back and we break. But anyway, so see, we have to go through
and on a different scope because it's you're kind of roboting, and I'm not getting everything you're saying. And it might be a little bit of theology for tonight, but suffice it to say, I think we're all agreed that we, as Christians, know that the Lord has sent this man for a reason and a season.
Yes.
Grace.
We're all appreciative of this time of grace, because we know, I think everybody here probably agrees that we are not deserving of the grace God has given us right now.
Exactly.
Killed so many of our babies. But I'm thankful for it. And I am going to be here magging with every one of you people.
That's right.
Have me. And we are going to take our country back. And the world is following, guys.
Yes.
World. So it's so exciting. It's such a time to be alive. I mean, we've got row seats to history.
Guys, I'm going to jump in here. It's almost 10 o'clock. Believe it or not, it's already an hour and a half has gone by. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm not going to take the scope down for everybody watching. We're going to move right into MAGA Promises Cop tonight without stopping the stream. So let people out there know.
You're going to play box tag, because I'm going to have to check out.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
But
bye, Scotter.
Hold on, Scott. You say goodnight, and then can you stay through that? Okay. Perfect. Okay, Scott, you go ahead. Okay. He went on.
That's cool.
Go ahead, Sandra.
That was nice. Well, I was just saying, look, we're all born with the old sin nature. When we accept Christ, we then have, we know the difference between good and bad. We are fighting against evil. Evil is what we're fighting against right now. So I am totally grateful for the grace that God has given us, and we absolutely get to enjoy it. Our wages are going up. Unemployment is going down. The things that President Trump is doing for us, for our farmers, watching his talk regarding the farmers and how happy those people, did you see how happy those people looked? That lady, she was fucking happy. I mean, she was like, yes, we have somebody that is not shutting us down, but letting us grow. And I just think it's a beautiful thing. I think what he's doing for our America, even for those in other countries, but the truth is America is the best fucking country. I mean, we live in the best fucking place ever. And anyone that differs from that, and you may not like Trump's personality. He's a New Yorker. I love him. I understand him. I get him 100%. But he is totally for us, period. You're an American, he's for us. But he's also for other countries, which I think is beautiful. I think he is just, God is totally blessing us through him, which I prayed for all 8 years of Obama. I beseech God for mercy and grace, because I saw what Obama was doing to us. And God, everybody got to their knees. And I think that's where the revival came for our country. Because Obama, if he did anything good, it was brought people back to their knees, begging for mercy and grace. And we got blessed and got Trump. I got chills because it's the truth. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us, Sandra.
I'm preaching. You ready?
Beth
Anyway, how do my eyebrows look? For all my fans, are my eyebrows good tonight?
I see them. They're good.
Beth Duffy, you're up.
You're bad.
The mouth of the South.
So
Beth,
bad.
it's
so
Beth
bad.
Duffy's turn to say goodnight.
Whose turn?
Beth.
Beth.
Beth, you're leaving us?
Yes.
Everybody's leaving.
But we're not bringing the stream down. We're going to stay up for Mega Promises Cop coming up next for an hour.
Do I get to stay on, or do you want me to leave?
Oh, you'll have to leave, but not yet. Stay on for a few minutes here. Beth, say goodnight.
Always like to have you.
Good night.
Beth.
I don't
Hey,
have anything to say.
Beth. Beth, real quick. Next time you could just call me out and be like, Sandra, your fucking household is too loud. Can you tell everyone?
You got the messages finally?
What do you mean finally? I got the message immediately, but you could next time just say, Sandra, your fucking family's out of control.
No, what I was saying is I posted him in our chat room.
Oh, I can't look at chat and do this at the same time.
I
know it's hard. It's hard. I forget.
I'm not going to a chat room. I'm looking at the Periscope.
On Bang Bang Bar, we used to say if somebody had a sound problem they were unaware of, everybody'd say, Denise, mutate.
Yeah, just call my ass out. But I was the only one having kids running in and out, so I kind of got it.
I kind of like seeing them.
It's Scott, West Texas.
Yes.
Your turn. Go ahead.
Bye, Scott.
I've already said pretty much everything I want to say. I'm just glad to be here. You guys are great.
We love you, Scott.
And yes, I'll try to fix my speaker. I want to get a good model, and I'll probably go with a headset like Phil. But yeah, I know there's a problem here with my sound sometimes.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I don't know if that was your mic because it was robot.
Oh shit!
Okay. I hear Beth.
All right, guys. Everybody,
all right, peace out.
Stay on for Mega Promises Kept. That's coming right up.
Okay, but I'm to leave, right?
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Glad to see you.
Okay, we're here. You just can't see us because we're having some technical difficulties, but we're here. So, hang out there for a minute. We'll get the Doc and myself up on screen in just a second. So, folks, appreciate your patience with our technical difficulty. We ran a little late. I guess you could say a little late on the Speakeasy program. So, I'm trying to get us up on screen right now. So you'll see Doc pop up in a moment and she can talk to you while I find myself.
Hi, y'all. Is it typical of a Yankee not to be able to find himself?
Yeah, I'm finding myself.
Just say it. You need help, just come on down to the south, honey. We'll show you who you are.
Oh, I gotta move us over here, Doc, and you can...
Are we live yet?
Yes, we're live. We're on.
I mean, are they seeing us yet?
Oh, they're seeing you. Not me.
Hi, y'all. I can screen all to myself for 5 seconds. Woohoo! Party time. Let's talk about Phil. You want to? No, I mean, I forgot you can still hear me.
I can still hear you.
Darn, okay. Darn the luck. That's like when I always think every time I'm getting dressed for the show, I always think, why do you put on perfume? I forget you people are not going to be smelling me.
Yeah. You really don't put on perfume for the show, do you?
Well, I was going to, and then I realized y'all couldn't smell me, so it wouldn't do any good. It was a waste. So no, I pay too much for it to waste it on you people if you ain't going to be able to smell it.
Oh, Doc.
Well, I am just telling you, I am so glad to be back, guys, because y'all just cannot, they still cannot see me, they're saying. Y'all do not know how hard it was for me to watch y'all last week and not get to talk to you. It nearly killed me, but I didn't feel well, so I wanted to spare y'all me on medicine. So I am so glad to come back and see y'all, especially after the week of winning we've had, guys. Oh my gosh, I say this every week. I don't know if we can win anymore. I mean, I know we can, and we're gonna. I know it's right around the corner. I can feel it. I can feel it. Women know, you know. We know, we just know. It doesn't matter if we don't know, we know, if you get my drift. And I'm telling you, it is coming. It is coming. So, I did want to read one thing, though. Somebody had said something earlier tonight that we're talking about several things. And if you've been watching our show over the last 23 weeks, I believe it is, then you will know that several things that we've talked about with our wonderful POTUS have really been coming to fruition. Did y'all see, he talked in Cincinnati about nearly every point we've been covering. The opportunity zones, guys, I wanted to jump up and down. We are winning on a mega scale for the inner cities, the very ones that he is highlighting right now with his tweets about Elijah Cummings and how they've been ripping off Baltimore for the last umpteen million of years. But they are not only pointing out where we've been losing this in the major cities, he's making a play for making their lives better by actually having programs in place like the opportunity zones that brings in apprentice programs, jobs programs, training programs, money into the inner cities, guys. Plus, we had another thing come out today, and I hate to jump the gun, but since I'm jumping up and down, waving my flag right now, dropped my front ear. I'm just waving my MAGA flag because we got today word that the black youth between the ages of 16 and 19 have got the lowest record of unemployment ever since they've been keeping records. Isn't that great news? I'm just so excited because, guys, they're the ones that we need to change their hearts and minds. We need to let them see for once someone who really cares about them, who's willing to put his money where his mouth is, who is giving them options, bringing money back into their neighborhoods and their communities, and bringing back jobs so they'll actually get a job. And maybe, just maybe, they won't be so easy for the gangs to snag and the ne'er-do-wells. So I'm just telling you, I could make a list a mile long about all the things we have to celebrate tonight, Phil. But I'll take a breath and let you speak. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hey, we're back. We're on the screen. Everything's good. So, I think we should get right into it, Doc. What do you think?
I think we should, because I think I sent you quite a bit.
Yes, you did.
So I know we've got a lot, and then we've got a few more little extra things that I had to make myself notes about at the end, because I thought it was too late to send to the emails.
First tweet is from CBP. Rescued. U.S. Border Patrol agents from the Tucson Sector Mobile Response Team provided life-saving, I don't see the rest, but carried her to an awaiting AMO helicopter, which airlifted her to safety. So apparently somebody got injured out in the desert, right?
I'm sorry.
Apparently somebody got injured in the desert.
Ocasio-Cortez and all those left-wing libnut Democrats have been saying we're such horrible people. They saved her life. Look, I don't see a stretcher. That man is carrying that woman. They found her nearly dead. They carried her up quite a ways in rugged terrain to a waiting helicopter to save her. These are the people that the Democrats and the cartels want to pay money for the America to believe that they're the bad guys. Look at that and tell me that's a bad guy.
Well, if anybody's to blame, it's the Democrats for people dying at the border, because they are doing nothing but using them as a political football right now to win an election. That's the fact.
Voted 18 times against giving money that would have helped the ones that we did have in custody. They wouldn't do it just because they didn't want to cooperate with us at all. While they were busy denying that we had a problem at the southern border, remember?
This is the same
group
group
I'm not going to let them forget that, guys. We need to hang that on them every chance we get, because all they do is tell us lies and then go back and think we've forgotten those lies. They're the very ones that have been saying we don't have a problem on the southern border, remember?
This is the same group of Democrats that are crying about a child dying at the border, or anybody dying at the border, but the same group of Democrats that voted 64 times to block the Born Alive bill for babies born alive. So they're full of crap. They use the border as a political football to try to use these stories to win an election. And nothing will change.
That woman may not have even made that trip if they hadn't encouraged her.
Yes.
If they didn't make them think that we were going to give them everything.
For free.
Everything. They promised those people everything to get them to make that treacherous trip. And I read in the article today where there was a little 6-year-old girl that her own mother gave up to a trafficker, and they saved her. So, guys, we are winning, and so are people around the world due to President Donald Trump's leadership.
Yep. Next one, Doc, is... Ooh, we got a lot of them here, so I'm going to try to find... The next one is... Oh, Breitbart article is... Let me bring it up. Black youth unemployment falls to the lowest level in history, and you just talked about this, if I'm not wrong. So, during the Obama years, African-American... In fact, all youth unemployment was extremely high. If I remember correctly, it was in the neighborhood
they couldn't find jobs because everybody that works a full-time job, all the adults were taking all the part-time jobs because that's all you could get under Obama. That's only way, you had to work 3 part-time jobs to be able to make enough money to buy health insurance that didn't do squat for you, because they conveniently penalized. I'm an insurance broker. They penalized the employer for every so many people they had over a certain number, and the requirements got more and more rigid. So all of that economy was built on part-time jobs, and Obama did it on purpose. That was part of their plan, to take away the expectation of benefits. So we would be grateful for whatever crumb they decide to throw us that week. Well, honey, it wasn't good enough. We aren't the silent majority anymore. Hear us roar. We didn't buy your BS. And now you can get full-time jobs. Our unemployment has gone down to 3.4%. That's why we do need legal immigrants to come in and work in this country, because we've actually got it down to a manageable point compared to what it was, the doctored numbers that came out under Obama administration.
I believe youth unemployment was at 25% or somewhere in that neighborhood under Obama.
It was very high.
So
there wasn't any left to take. And if Ilhan and what's her name, the one that wants to be the boss of the group,
the Four Horsemen.
I was giggling over that because she tries so hard. What's her name?
The Four Horsemen. That's what I call them.
Yeah, I call them. Anyway, the one she's even skipping over 15. So she doesn't hardly even pay her own staff that, and wants to go straight to 20. Like $15 an hour wasn't going to make everybody lose their jobs at McDonald's and stuff anyway. They're just gonna get a robot that's gonna do their job. That's so stupid. I do not understand how they, as educated women, can claim that they understand the economy when they're putting out that BS.
Yeah, $15 an hour is already taking New York didn't raise the employment minimum wage to 15, and it's already having a massive effect here. Restaurants are closing, and small restaurants that have been in Utica for years are closing because they can't afford to pay the higher wages.
I'm a small business owner and have been for 20 years. My sister and I have owned our own insurance brokerage for 20 years. So if anybody needs insurance, y'all call me. But just to put that little plug in, you can never pass up a good chance to give your business a plug. It's Family Insurance Associates, in case anybody's wondering. But, and see, now I plugged myself until now I forgot what I was talking about. What was I saying? We were talking about something. Sorry. No, I lost that. Already made that point. Now, see, y'all got me all off because I was embarrassed because I was plugging my own business. Oh, as a small business owner, I can't afford to pay my secretary $15 or $20 a year. You got to be crazy. I mean, hello. She wouldn't have a job if that's going to be the case.
Are you losing it today, Doc?
I have been sick and I'm on medicine, so you're just lucky I'm here to give it a lick and a promise.
Next up is Chick-fil-A's tops poll as America's favorite fast food restaurant. Can you believe it?
I like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A has topped an annual nationwide poll as America's favorite fast food restaurant, surpassing In-N-Out Burger
and McDonald's. And you know what? I wish that was on the front page of every newspaper, just so we could see the left-wing nuts heads explode. Because I'm sorry to say, I've worked for Chick-fil-A. That was the first real job I got, when I got old enough. And their work ethic and the training that they give their employees is impeccable, guys. That is a top-notch, well-run organization, and they happen to be Christians, and they've been punished for it. But see, God doesn't like ugly. And in spite of all of the attempts, just like with America and the rest of the world, in spite of all the attempts to bring them down, God is blessing them abundantly in spite of it. So I was very thrilled. I love Chick-fil-A, and we would eat it every day if we could.
Well, Doc, speaking of Chick-fil-A, I'm going to play something and cover us up.
Times in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me. understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call on me, brother. When you need a hand, we all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, as you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on, to lean on, to lean on.
Ah, pretty cool, Doc, huh?
Wasn't it great? I loved it. I could have whipped a gorilla after watching that.
That was our best transition ever. We talked about Chick-fil-A, and I had a video queued up. How can that be possible?
I wondered what happened. That was great. I loved it. I tell you, I was just dancing in my chair. Woohoo!
Oh,
I like winning.
Doc, you sent me some bad news on this one. Breitbart News doubles down. Gillette CEO Gary Combe, I think it's Combe. Isn't that weird? Gillette, his name is Combe. Never mind. Is defending the $8 billion write-down on Procter & Gamble. So.
I know. And I put that in there as a call to action. Because number one, there goes the Trump curse. Number two, if you're buying razors, now, and you're talking to the Master Blaster couponer here, I love a good coupon, and I am loath to give one up. But I told my husband that is the last Gillette I will ever buy. And he says that the $8 million in business that they've lost is worth it. So I say let's up the ante. Let's see how much it's worth to him. Everybody stop buying Gillette. I'm just saying we got to start spending our money with people that believe like we do. And I'm just not above. A lot of people are anti-boycotting. You, not me, honey. You count me there. I will not be buying another one of those. And I wrote them and told them why too. So, just saying, you want a close shave at my house, it's going to have to be with a chick or something else.
Oh. So, I'm trying to queue up the next one here, but it's not
I've got a
working.
couple of knives that are pretty sharp. You know, that's what they used to do
Knives.
with.
You're not serious, are you?
No, I was teasing. They did used to do that, though. They'd take it and do, you know. But no, I wouldn't plan on doing that to you.
Next one up is, jeez, now you got me nervous. Anna loves Trump. So, U.S. added 164,000 jobs in July. That's from Breitbart. Pelosi while traveling. World with Hate USA Omar. President Trump working as for America. So while Omar's traveling with Nancy Pelosi and I don't know where they're going, Italy, they're all over the place.
My understanding is they were in Italy trying to get them to not cooperate with the release of all the nefarious activities that they were doing with the
Dunham, right? They're trying to get them to, but too late. Dunham had already talked to Ms. Fudd.
Work. We already have it all, number one, Nancy. Number two, the Italians are with us, in case you haven't noticed. They're with President Trump. And number three, what I was really trying to point out was the $164,000 new dollars. You sure didn't hear stuff like that going on under the Obama administration, did you? I would call that winning.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got another video here, Doc. President Trump.
I sent you several. Passable, honey.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Last month, Melania and I traveled to the United Kingdom and France to commemorate the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Together, we paid tribute to every courageous patriot who fought to liberate Europe from the evil of Nazi rule. Today, on behalf of the American people, I will receive an American flag that flew aboard a ship carrying the first waves of United States service members to land in Normandy. 75 years after that momentous day, and that is truly a momentous day, one of the most powerful, most important days in the history of our world. It is my honor to welcome this great American flag back home where it belongs. I want to thank the Prime Minister as well as U.S. Ambassador Peter Hoekstra. Pete, thank you.
I stopped it there, Doc, because it's 24 minutes and 34 seconds long. So
I just thought that what I was really wanting to highlight on that was that, you know, we got our American flag back. Remember how important that is. Remember when all that started coming out about Kaepernick and all of that. This is a man that loves America like we should all love America, and I just think it was another momentous, just like you're gonna see in some of the tweets that are coming up that we're getting back a lot of the bodies of our servicemen from the Korean War and that kind of thing, and it just shows you that's so important to the country and so important to the families, and it's such important closure for us to get that I felt like we need to highlight again a man that really treasures America, treasures every flag, not because of the flag, but for what it stands for. We are so blessed, guys. We're just so blessed to live in this country.
Doc,
and
I'm going to cut you off on that because I queued up another. Look at this. I queued up something right away. Look at this.
Are you being good tonight?
Comes. Oh, here it comes.
I may have to keep you.
Oh, come on.
I'm the one that they're singing about. Yeah, I'm the Stars and Stripes forever. Star Spangled Banner. You can call me Old Glory, but let's just keep it simple. Just call me Flag. Oh, say, can you see? Okay. Little flag humor. Well, you probably don't recognize me. You say, who is that, Evel Knievel? No way. Yeah, you see, you can't recognize me because
I'm in my birthday suit, yes.
I'm wearing the original 13 here. Yeah. I remember Miss Betsy sitting there going, oh, this could be the start of something big. Whoa.
Oh, Tom, don't be a pain.
Yes. I was born June 14th, 1777. That makes me a Gemini. Unpredictable, crazy. Yes, I like the outdoors, and I'm the life of any party, whether it be Republican, Democrat, Independent, Socialist, anything libertarian, I'll be there. You know, I'm 204 years old. People say, Flag, how do you stay so young? Is it jogging? No. Is it tennis? No. It's waving. We're talking about billowing, furling, and unfurling. Richard Simmons, eat your heart out. Yeah, but it hasn't always been easy for me, though. I had a tough puberty. Yeah, war, famine, invasion. And 1861, well, I had a little skin problem that broke out into 34 stars. But now, well, little patience, and look what we got now. Look at this. Hold on here. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Everybody's on here. Look at this. Alaska. Hawaii. Yeah, we got your Tennessee. How are you doing today? Here's Vermont. You can't get there from here. Oh, and there's California. For sure, totally. Yes, like I said before, you know, I had a tough time for a while. I've been in a lot of wars. They fired missiles and muskets at me, but you know, come the dawn's early light, I'm still there. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, I've been made into everything from designer jeans to t-shirts, and I've even been a cape for Mick Jagger. Well, all right. The Rockets red glare. Well, all right. But people haven't always been respectful to me. Sometimes it's been tough. There have been some people try and spit on me, trample me, burn me. Foreigners and occasionally some Americans too, but I don't let it get me down because I'm not a stay-at-home kind of flag. You know, I've been to Europe. I've been to both North and South Pole. I was at Iwo Jima. Recently, I've even been to the moon. One small step for man, one giant step for mankind. Everything. You see me in all sorts of different postures. When I'm like this, that means everything's okay. When I'm upside down, well, put on your Mae West and hit the deck. But when I'm like this, well, that's not my favorite position because, well, that's half-mast. I don't mean to bum you out. I didn't come here to depress you. But I gotta tell you something honestly. I haven't been getting out much lately. I guess it's not very chic to put up the flag anymore, you know? Muffin and I have a flag, but we haven't found it for very long. Hey, but look at it this way. Don't look at it as saluting me. Look at it as saluting yourselves. You know, hey, I'm just a flag, a symbol. You're the people. If I may say so from here, long may you wave.
How do you like that, Doc?
Makes me about to want to fast. I loved it. Doesn't that just make you want to whip a gorilla?
Absolutely.
I mean, I could. I've always been very patriotic, and it is so nice to get to be open and joyful about it.
That was great.
It was. Thank you. I just thought it was a great way to celebrate the comeback of national patriotism and our flag.
Next one up, Doc, is Secretary Pompeo. Honored to hear that. Honored to hear the remains of 25 more U.S. service members missing since the Korean War will be returned to their families. A promise kept from the agreement between Chairman Kim and President real Donald Trump at the June 2018 Singapore summit to return all of our fallen heroes. So we're getting him back little by little. He's coming through.
And have you ever seen anybody else get any of them back? No. Did you even see them try? No, it wasn't important. That's important to those families. That's important to our country. So I'm just so thrilled.
I'm trying to find the next tweet here. The next one up is from... Some of them didn't come out right. It looks like it's from yahoo.com. Oh, no, maybe not. A federal judge in frank terms has dismissed a lawsuit by the Democratic, the DNC. They're not Democratic, they're the...
Democrat.
No. They're the National Communists is what they are.
And socialists.
Yeah, and socialists. Against key members of the Trump campaign over hacked DNC emails, saying they did not participate in any wrongdoing in obtaining the materials in the first place. Well, this whole lawsuit is, I wish they had let it go forward, to be honest with you. Because under discovery, maybe we would have gotten the unredacted CrowdStrike report, which the FBI accepted.
This is where the DNC was suing the Trump administration.
Right, but it doesn't matter. Under discovery, they could have asked for the CrowdStrike report unredacted.
That's true.
And the FBI accepted that as evidence, a redacted report from CrowdStrike as evidence of a Russian hack, which Bill Binney says is complete garbage. And that you're talking about the guy who basically created our entire apparatus for spying or whatever. Bill Binney says that the CrowdStrike report is bunk. So I wish they had gone forward. We could have asked for that report unredacted.
Well, I think that there's going to be other discoveries that's going to make that come out anyway, so I think you'll get your wish.
I certainly hope so. That's a big one. I want to see that. I want that report to come out unredacted.
I am with you.
Lunacy that the FBI accepted a redacted report from CrowdStrike to begin with as evidence. Nobody questioned
Well,
it?
and they knew it. You know, people just keep acting like they're surprised over it, and I just go, "Oh, please! You're still operating back, 6-8 years ago. America isn't buying it anymore. We're on to you. We see. We have eyes that see and ears that can hear, and a brain to discern when we're being fed cow patties, if you get my drift."
Yeah. Next up is the persistent Scott Presler. Mr. President, on August 5th, I am coming to Baltimore with a team to help clean up the city. Instead of just words, we're taking action. If no one else will help Baltimore, we will. That's pretty good. This guy is all over.
He's putting his money where his mouth is again, making us feel ashamed again. The man registers voters. The man is crisscrossing America, teaching them how to register new voters. The man is going to clean up trash in an inner city to support the cause. I mean, what is this guy not doing? He should make every one of us feel ashamed we're not doing enough. I really appreciate him. And I just want to offer one thing. If Scott Presler is watching this show, my understanding is he is coming to spend a whole month in Texas because, we're so big. I don't know what country you're from, but I'm from Texas. Just teasing. But he's going to come spend a whole month here with us. And I just wanted to invite him. If he wants to come to my house for supper, or if he wants to come for anything, to visit or to be on the show, I could host him here. So if he wants to come while he's in Texas, I just wanted to give you a shout out, Scott. You have an open welcome. And FYI, I know that you don't really know me, so y'all don't know what kind of house I keep. Just want to make sure you know if I fix supper for you, I keep a very clean kitchen and I don't allow animals on my countertops. I have a fetish about that. I like a clean kitchen. So if anybody comes to eat at my house, y'all just know I am a very fastidious cook. So FYI. So if you want to come, I could cook for him and we could have the show with him on it. And he could all tell us how to better register voters. Because remember our goal, 1 a week. Is everybody getting their one? I don't think so. So we're going to open up. And remember, guys, that means talking to everybody that we don't agree with, too. So we can't put ourselves in a little echo chamber. Get out on Twitter. Get up there. And one of the things I'm trying to use their ill will for the good, where Twitter has got that new thing where they bring up all the things everybody's saying somebody from your group liked it, and they did nothing of the sort. I've tried to start going in there and picking people that I think might be open to reason and kind of talking to them a little bit through Twitter on it. So, guys, got to think of where we can make the difference. So, just wanted to highlight, Scott, the persistence. We appreciate you being persistent. And if you want to come be persistent in Texas, I'll be consistent with you.
Doc, I'm really on my game tonight because I got a video of Scott Presler.
This is Scott Presler, and I am coming to Texas. You have been hounding me, you have been begging me, you have been pleading, and I'm coming to Texas. I got a call the other day, and they said, Scott, keep October open. And I said the whole month. They said yes. So this is being sponsored by the Ladies of Liberty, TFRW President Kathleen Lieberman. in. Now, Scott, where are you coming in Texas? Well, it's up to you guys. We're looking for people to sponsor a place for me to stay. Then we'll find a venue and we'll put on an event. We'll put on a Republican activism training. So if you live in Austin or Dallas or Houston or Galveston or Denton or Lubbock, wherever you are, please go to scottpressler.org, 1S in Pressler, and click on where it says invite Scott to your city. All of your requests will be sent to Kathleen Lieberman, and we are going to get the ball rolling to have me visit as many Texas counties as humanly possible. This is it, guys. We're not waiting for 2020.
There you go.
Okay, Scott. I've got a spare bedroom. You're more than welcome to stay. I'm a good cook. I'm a Southern cook, but I'm a good cook. And we could put together an event near here, and you could Zoom with me for Mega Promises Kept in the Speakeasy. So somebody that knows him, y'all tell him he needs to come to Dallas. And I will be able to give him the particulars about how to get to my house, because we leave the light on for you.
Oh. So, okay, next one up, Doc. See, there you go. You got an opportunity to get him.
Y'all tell him, if y'all know him, to come to Doc Martin's house.
Scott, be careful.
Okay, so if anybody knows him, will y'all send
Just
him a
squeeze
message?
your eyeballs out. Next up is Cat Turd on Twitter. Cat Turd 2.
Gotta have a little humor.
Mitch McConnell gets 13 more Trump judges approved before August break. Thank you, WAPO, for calling Mitch a Russian asset and pissing him off. All right. So the Washington Post called him a Russian asset, and now he's out there nailing judges through.
I know, and hey, I just wanted to tell you, just a reminder, because we've been covering the judges on Mega Promises Kept in the weeks prior, and we are now up to, let me find my note. Where did I don't know, I've dropped it somewhere. Here it is. We are now, thanks to Turtle Getting Mad, up to 148 judges, and we're going to be fulfilling the full 179 by the 2020 election. And FYI, these are our lifetime appointments. So it's going to offset everything that Obama did to stack our courts. You see, the lefties figured this little loophole out before us years ago about stacking the courts. And we might be a little slow to the game, but when we come, honey, we come with a roar. We're very good. We're going to see your bluff, and we're going to raise you a couple of Supreme Court judges. Just saying, a couple more.
Well, I got another video, Doc, a 1-minute video, and this might help people to realize how ridiculous all of this everyday racist. Well, watch this video.
Everything is racist. It's all racist. If it's white, it's racist. That's where we're at right now.
Everything is racist. Everything is racist according to me. Everything is racist in 2019. Jesus Christ. Hyperleaks. Birthdays at ice skating rinks. Suit and tie. Expensive drinks. You know what's racist? Kitchen sinks. iPhone charger. Broccoli. The old guy from Monopoly. Tex-Mex. A dog named Rex. Any form of human sex. Eggs. Kegs. Legs. They're racist. Tars. Stars. And jars. They're racist. Dog. And cod. Your mom is racist. Everything you see or think or say is gay and racist. Pledge allegiance to the fascist United States universities. To mute all the buzzwords that make me sad. One day we'll silence them all, and liberty will be flushed down the toilet.
That's how stupid y'all motherfuckers sound.
I had to play that.
Alrighty then.
So if you're worried about being called a racist, don't worry anymore. People are, it's becoming laughable now. So
I'm not to it.
Okay, next we got. Oh, I'm not gonna give Scott Pressler that many. Okay, soldier. Okay, I can't move it over, Doc. What happened? Why is it stuck? Hello.
Are we stuck?
Nope. My picture got stuck. Military.com, soldier killed in Korean War, buried in Michigan hometown. That's because Trump brought him back.
I think that was our very own Rusty that posted that too.
Oh, that's from Iceman? That came from Iceman? Thank you, Rusty.
Yeah. And see, again, Trump knows that is important to not only our country, but to the little families. They need that closure. And I just, makes you so happy.
Yes, it does. That's great. We're getting back little by little, and it's all because of Trump. If it was Hillary, none of this would be happening. So think about that. Before I'm trying to get the, I'm sorry, Doc. I'm trying to get somebody asked for the link to that song, and I'm trying to get that into the chat. So let me see if I can get it in there for them.
Thank you, Beth. Beth sent a request out to Scott Pressler. So, Scott, if you're watching the show to see if I'm a crazy woman, I'm crazy, but I'm fun. So, just FYI. Not the bad kind of crazy,
Hopefully they can see the link. Okay. Next one up, Doc, is... no photo. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's one you sent me last week. Move.
I have something I want to read too that I didn't get to send to you, but I think it's indicative of our wonderful president. He stood for life again this week and affirmed how important it is to us. POTUS wrote, "Adoption affirms the inherent value of human life and signals that every child, born or unborn, is wanted and loved," Trump continued. "Children, regardless of race, sex, age, or disability, deserve a loving embrace in the families they can call their own. This month, we honor the thousands of American families who have grown because of adoption. The president specifically highlighted adoption's power to show women that they are not alone in an unexpected pregnancy, and called for continued assistance for families willing to adopt and pledge support for children in foster care." And many of you who are my friends on Twitter saw a picture I posted. I was very happy. I got an opportunity to go and see my childhood friend Connie that is battling cancer. And she had lost her oldest daughter in an automobile crash years ago. And after that, her family had always been real committed to working with kids that were adopted. And they have adopted, I think she told me, 16 more kids into their family. They've had thousands go through their group home. She's gone to the hospital to pick up babies that had just had open heart surgery, brand new babies that were addicted to substances because their mothers were. And she has nursed those babies, wept over them, rocked them, cared for them, nurtured them. And in addition to the 4 children that they were happy to birth, they have had the distinct pleasure of growing their family times 16. They have to have a commercial van just to drive to church. Church has their own pew reserved for them because it takes that many. And when you see people like Connie and Skip Scarborough that are everyday salt of the earth Americans that are giving kids that are going through a hard time a place to lay their weary head, a home to call their own, or a permanent forever home, you have to say, yay, America is good. Our people are good. We have a heart for life. And I'm so glad we still have a president that honors that commitment too. And every chance he gets, he shines the light on it. I mean, how wonderful is that?
That's amazing, Doc. That's no words. I don't know what to say. It's, he's trying, but he's being fought every step of the way. So that's
why he's got us.
Yes,
we're going to be his cheerleaders. We're going to be his cavalry. We aren't going to give up because he doesn't. So we're going to be there behind him. I don't care if I have to push, pull, or beg to get the finish line. We are going to be celebrating his reelection on my birthday, 2020, FYI. And POTUS, for my weekly shout out, don't forget, you need to haul Doc Martin up there so I can hug you and really convey how much the American people love you and appreciate you. You will never truly know until you look into my eyes and let me hug you until your eyeballs pop out of your head. Just saying.
President Trump has restored the idea of America.
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
The Dow Jones made history today, closing over 26,000 points for the first time.
This is a standout report.
He's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What magic wand do you have?
Hand me down the walking cane. Hand me down my hat. I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. The collusion delusion is over. You're fake news. Unbelievable. So dishonest.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President. Mr. President, are you...
That's enough. Put down the mic.
So much winning. Everything he does.
Every day is NASCAR.
Seems to come out right.
Donald Trump, keeper of promises.
Keeper of promises.
Just keeping time. How in the world did he learn that? Oh, Lord.
I am with you. I will fight for you. And I will win for you.
America is winning again. With your help on November 3rd, 2020, can you believe? It's right around the corner. So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it. Make America great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you. Goodbye, Hillary. Bye.
I'm sorry, Doc. I had to play that.
I love it. It was great. I mean, you have been right on cue with all of the videos tonight. So good work, co-host.
I can't believe it. It's 10 o'clock already, Doc. Can you believe it? It just flew by, didn't it?
It did. It did. It always goes so fast, guys. I look forward to it all week. I plot and plan things I want to remember to bring to your attention or read or promote or whatever, and it gets here and it goes so fast. But I'm gonna tell you this, there's nobody, no other group that I would rather spend my Saturday night with, except for my little hairy-legged man, I have to say, that is in there. So y'all are second, okay? Just saying.
Well, thank you, Doc. And don't forget to catch the other mega shows out there. Boogie's not a mega show, but the Daily Boogie. He brings a great perspective on the media.
He is mega.
Chris Mack on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day with Pirate Radio and the Mac Files. We also have Tamara Lee and Brent Hamachek. I can't remember what day that's on. I think it's on Tuesdays. And the Tac Attack on Wednesday at 8:30. And Kimmy Jong-un at 11 p.m. on Thursday. And, Pirate Radio. I think
Pirate Radio, and we've also got Ladies of Liberty, and we've got, you said Tac Attack.
And the TAV show on Sunday night with Boogie and James.
Oh, wait. Did you say Kimmy Jong-un's my favorite thing?
Yes, it did.
Oh, okay.
On Thursday at 11. So, and don't forget to catch our shows. We never plug ourselves. The Speakeasy show starting at 8:30 on Saturday night. Into Mega Promises Kept at 10 p.m. My host,
And
Doc
you got to
Martin.
be there or be squared is all I can say.
Yes.
Because we have too much fun, if nothing else. We want you to be rejuvenated, refreshed, and have a little giggle along the way. So y'all don't forget to come back and join us every week, because we're going to be catching on the flip side.
Yes, Boogie Bumper is MTWGA, Make the World Great Again. That's pretty good. That's from Fixator. And
Miss Pepper does the devotionals in the mornings. Yes, we do have to remember that. And Dilly comes on at 11 my time. I don't know, Central Time. So I guess that would be 12 o'clock your time, Yankee. So we've got a plethora of wonderfully exciting shows for you to watch. All you have to do is decide to get involved. And you're taking the first step by joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
yes. Thank you, everybody. Join us again next week.
Have a great week of winning, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Don't forget, come back and see us.
Thank you, Doc, for getting well enough to join us again.
Oh, honey, thank you. You're so sweet. I couldn't have had a sweeter group of people to cheer me on. And it just, it's bad when I'm sitting there trying to talk back to the screen last week. I couldn't hear out of one ear and I was crazy out of the other one. So I'm glad to be back. Thank you for not giving my seat away.
Well, and I have to thank our viewers. Thank you for watching the replays, watching live, sharing it, and inviting people. Thank you very much. We really appreciate all of you.
And also, I did forget to say a big shout out and thank you to my little honeybee, Kimmy Jong-un, for filling in for me last week. You did a great job. You rocked it. I didn't think anybody would want me to come back because you were so good. So thank you, sweetheart. You did that on spur of the moment, and I really did appreciate it.
Good night, everybody. We don't want to leave, see? Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, y'all. It's been fun.